Their approval of GOP control of the legislative and executive branches right now, not great. Say it's bad for the country. 57% say the GOP controlling the presidency and Congress is bad.
Yeah. Independents are often the voice of reason here. They feel like the adults in the room at times, and I think especially now. But they don't see, single-party control by either party as a good thing. And I think here, Donald Trump is losing them in droves for all of it, for the chaos, for the instability, for the failed promises. But they're also not thrilled with the Democrats. I mean, with all due respect to my buddy here, he didn't nail that, okay? What they care about is prices. What they care about is taxes. What they care about is affordability on everything. And if Mamdani got one thing right here in New York, it's that. But he nailed that message. And Democrats are known for being good at hitting on Trump. They're not good at discipline and offering an alternative. And that's what they've got to square if they want to get independence, especially.
I guess
they've got to show
that is my point. Is it good just to glom on, or is it better just to focus on what you want to do and be more like what Mamdani did?
Do you want to keep on going?
No, yeah, I mean, look, it's not just what Mamdani got right was change. Right? That people care about affordability. They want change. They want new leaders. They want dynamic leaders. And the Democratic Party has not presented enough of them. That's part of why he's cracked through. He's also promising a lot of free stuff, which people like and don't always worry about how they're going to be able to afford it. But I think the Democrats have a leadership problem, right? It's why they can't coordinate on message. It's why they're not unified on strategy. It's why they bounce all around to different topics. And leaders are starting to emerge. Mamdani's going to be one of them, whether they like him or not. The question is, can they put forward others that can win and win in places where independents will be the critical factor.
When independents get out, can they get out of the way? When independents announce, can they get out of the way and let the independent do their thing?
Yeah, Dan Osborne in Nebraska as a great example. He declared this week he's running again. He ran against Deb Fischer and put up a good fight. There was no Democrat in the race, and what independents have shown is they can compete where Democrats can't. There are 3 others running for Senate, and if the Democrats stay out of their way, they have a good chance at knocking off extreme GOP incumbents.
I think this tracks because Donald Trump believes he's the only one that can negotiate, that he ultimately is the only one that matters in any negotiation.
Mm-hmm. We're going to agree on this one, I think, right? I mean, they're gutting our national security apparatus across the board. And this focus on the State Department is really key because they're eliminating groups like the Casualty Assistance Office that helps people when families when people are killed overseas, right? I mean, they're eliminating. Why would we need people who speak Russian and have expertise on Ukraine and assist Afghans? I mean, they're hollowing out the middle of our State Department and our national security apparatus. And this is a bigger thing. Retention is suffering. People are getting out. They can't recruit talented people because there's no stability. Nobody wants to go work in the government right now because you might be next. And I think the long-term impact of that is going to be really, really significant. If somebody's choosing between Silicon Valley and the State Department, they see stability in the private sector, and that's really going to hurt us in the long term. The institutional knowledge is so critical, especially in these bureaucracies. The relationships that we have with people around the world are also really critical here, and those are going. And morale. Morale sucks across the federal government right now, and who wants to join any organization where morale is crushed and people are leaving in droves?
Let me play Tammy Bruce, State Department spokesperson, talking about layoffs.
So you can look at a giant building that can't get anything done because of the bureaucracy and the number of offices and the duplications, and it was not working. Let's not mistake size and bulk for the appropriate methodology. You've got a nimble, effective organization that is what we need in order to get things done.
Can you have a nimble, effective organization? I mean, is there a way to cut into some of these departments and make them more effective, maybe not harm them?
Of course. But talent is key here, and what they're cutting is talent. And you hear her saying that because she's a partisan spokesperson for the president. You don't hear independent, objective people saying that. You don't hear lifers who've been inside these organizations saying that. You don't hear young people who are thinking about joining this organization say that. I mean, that's an extremely partisan political perspective, and it doesn't, jibe with where the consensus is. So, yeah, they can make everything more efficient, but you don't hack your most qualified, experienced people who've been there for tens of decades. I mean, you can't get somebody back who's been there for 30 years. You lose that when they walk out the door, it never comes back.